5 years ago, I began to realize something in my own behavior that made me very uncomfortable. And it was that from the moment I wake up to the time I end my day, my life was full of screens. Screens from work, screens on my phone, on my iPad, from reading. I was doing every single thing on screens. I started my day with a thing that woke me up first. That was my phone because my alarm was on my phone. I was hyper reactive and I ended up being very distracted because of the number of information I was feeding myself with. I mean, you can attribute this to COVID and how it shrunk our level of meeting up and all those social gathering. However, in the year 2022, somewhere in July, something changed. And that is what I want you to learn today. I'm going to show you how to stay focused. If you're a business owner, student, employee, or even a social media influencer, it's your time to lock in because these are the 5 things that I did and I know it's going to help you achieve the life that you want. Shall we? Let's start with number 1. Measure your attention span. The research on attention span is very fascinating. It turns out when you're working with your laptop and you have your phone beside you, the level of attention span, which is the number of time you are able to stay focused without being distracted, is from 40 to 60 seconds. And the problem is not because your brain is distracted. The problem is because your brain is overstimulated. You are not bad at studying. Your brain is just chasing dopamine. Social media gives faster rewards with zero effort, so your brain prefers it. So you realize if you decrease the level of stimulation, you actually increase your level of attention span. This is how to overcome that. It is simple. Move your phone out of your reach. I'm not saying out of your life, but out of reach. When you are working, make sure you take time to focus exactly. When you're studying, make sure you take time to focus exactly on what you're doing, but leave your phone out of your reach. So afterward, you can pick it up. The good thing is your brain can be retrained to enjoy focus too. So in case you are struggling to stay focused, pick a task that you love and stay consistent with it. Just stay with it. Take your time and soak yourself in that particular task without touching your phone. And it's going to totally change the way you see about this whole idea of getting so jiggy and getting so happy in case things are happening on social media. The second and most important point is I see attention as a resource, and most of you give these resources away. You just give your attention away for free. Growing up, I realized the most important asset you can give to anyone is your attention. Yes, if you love the person and you guys have anything romantic going on, if it's work and it's going to pay you, but your attention is your own asset. You give it, you relinquish it anytime you want to. I am just like anybody else. I feel the distraction, my phone buzzing here and there when you are working, when you are staying at home trying to have some comfort, some calm and chill for yourself, your phone be buzzing here and there. We all feel those distractions. But I realize I don't play with my time. One of my most valuable assets is my time. So I don't play with it. If it is time for sleeping, it's time for sleeping, and there's nothing that can change that. You see, I don't allow people to snag me into random coffees, even though I love coffee. Anybody that knows me knows that I love coffee, but I don't allow people to snag me off for coffee here and there. And my favorite word in this life is no, because no is a complete statement to me. Before I will say yes or before I change my mind, my first initial answer to you will be no. And that's okay. I don't go for unscheduled dates and I don't show up at places where I am not invited. In fact, why are you there again? And I usually avoid passing conversations where someone will sit me down to talk over things that do not benefit my life. Call it selfish. I call it value, because if I'm sitting down for hours and we are going to talk about social gist, I'm not interested. I am not a presenter. I am not a social media personality. So if we are talking about social gist, I want to know the value I am getting from there. It doesn't make me the best of all fates. No, I'm just stacking the odds. In fact, I am stacking the odds into my favor so I can make it in life. So if my time is just all over the place, then I've shot myself in the leg. Point number 3 is to reset your dopamine baseline. Your brain is overstimulated with constant scrolling and endless results. This makes normal tasks like studying feels like a chore to you, like even running, just sitting in a garden and just enjoying nature. It feels like a chore. And all of these distractions are holding you back from doing what exactly you have always wanted to do. If you are not further along in life, it means you have not achieved the big dream, you have not achieved the big goal. So why are you feeding your brain with dopamine that gives you instant reward and leaving your future ajar? You have time. You cannot tell me you don't have time. Bill Gates has 24 hours. I do have 24 hours. You do have 24 hours. Mark Zuckerberg, any of them, They all have 24 hours. People are choosing how to spend their time. What are you choosing to do with your time? That is the conversation we are having here. And this was exactly how I fixed mine, so you can fix yours. You need a short moment of boredom every day. Every day. Spend 15 minutes every day with no phones, no music, and no distractions. You can walk, you can sit and face the wall, and you can equally just let your mind wander for just 15 minutes every day. At first, it may be one of the most difficult tasks ever you will have to do. But let me tell you this, it works. It works like magic. At first, it will be hard and you will experience a withdrawal from your usual dopamine hits. After a week of daily practice, something remarkable happens. Your dopamine baseline starts to lower. After a few days, your brain will start enjoying simple focus again. The idea of staying focused is a multiplier. You actually do less but create more value and revenue. The next point is to shift your mindset and take control of your environment. You are not lazy. You are overwhelmed and constantly distracted. Most people fail not because they lack ambition, but because their environment is working against them. Your surroundings, your phone, and even the people around you daily shapes the kind of mindset you have as an individual. If something or someone drains you, staying around it drains or slows your growth. And you have more control than you think. It starts with small choices. Turn off notification if your phone keeps pulling your attention. Close some tabs if your laptop keeps pulling your attention. And my favorite thing to do, say no to invitations that distract you from where you plan or where you envisage seeing yourself. Extraordinary goals requires uncommon boundaries. You may miss trends, social events, and even gossips, and that's okay. If you are not proud of your progress, start fixing your environment first. And this is where it gets really interesting. Get clear on your real priorities. Be very clear on your priorities. Multitasking feels productive, but most of the time, it keeps you busy, not effective. When you try to do everything at once, you usually end up doing the least important things. Checking off your tasks from a long to-do list gives you some level of dopamine, but that's not real progress. Progress comes from giving full attention to one meaningful task at a time. Get it done if it's important. If something matters, it deserves your time, energy, and focus in that moment. It is just easier to work on one priority and finish it before you move to the next priority. Stop. I repeat, stop switching tasks. It drains your energy and decreases your focus. And most people do not even lack time. They lack clarity. Remove decision fatigue. Stop multitasking and let priorities lead in every single thing you do. To crown it all is simple. Just reclaim your focus, and this is how you're going to do it. Start by auditing your time for the next 24 hours. Write down where every single minute is going, and you will quickly notice what is helping you move forward and what is just noise. If an activity doesn't improve your mindset, career, health, wealth, or relationships, please remove it. It's noise. Protect your time like it's non-negotiable. Silence notification. Ignore any distraction. Lock in, because scrolling, random calls, long conversations that brings you nothing, and all those shenanigans, it just steals your future but giving you nothing in return. It is simple. Focus on one priority that creates the most impact and not 10 that creates stress. Never forget this. Your work affects your confidence and your confidence affects your relationships. When you ignore investing in your potentials, frustration grows everywhere in your life because you're not competent. Anywhere we put you, you're not competent. You are just all over the place, but you are actually doing nothing. Use this 3 simple framework. Audit your time, decide your priorities, and protect your focus. This isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters. Consistency comes from boundaries, not motivation. Your calendar is a mirror of your priorities. If something matters, you must have time scheduled for it. If your future matters, you must have time scheduled for it. If social media matters to you, you must have time scheduled for it. If marriage matters to you, you must have time scheduled for it. If childbirth matters to you, you must have time scheduled for it. So, say no more often so you can say yes to what truly counts. When your focus aligns with your values, progress becomes inevitable. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and check out my next video. Bye.